Hello, city planners and builders, and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. Yes, the passenger train, which a lot of you left comments on this at the end of the last episode. But right after I posted it, channel member Farmer G chimed in with a comment saying, well, your passenger cars are not up to snuff on the passenger train, so those have been upgraded. So they can also help the train reach 100 kilometers an hour. The other thing that people mention as well with the passenger train, yeah, this is going to go fast, but the problem is it's getting stuck behind the steel mill train. So that's a little bit of a problem, not that big of a concern to me as of yet. The other thing that people were mentioning as well, but we've already done that, was having bus stops at the passenger terminals platforms where the train stops. We already got bus stops there. They've been there. So that wasn't the issue with the passengers wanting to go on this train. The train's doing a little bit better. If we escape out of this here, we scroll back. We actually got 5 passengers on the train, at least coming on down. And, well, unfortunately, we don't have anyone wanting to go back. I've seen 16 people on this train at one time. So it's improving. Yes, it could be better if this train wasn't in the way. By the way, also this train here, which is bringing a lot of money now, 2 million. If we go to our machine shop here, we got a good supply of boards, but not enough of the steel. I'm thinking what we're going to do to start today, and I don't know how expensive it's going to be, is we're going to duplicate this bad boy right here. Manage vehicle, and we want to clone vehicle. And hopefully you are on that route now as well. We're going to double that up. How about that? And get some more steel down here. Also, even though I just spent a whole bunch of money right there, I don't know how much that was, but I had the money for it. I got $5 million in the bank account and no loan. So the money we have is the money we have. That's how well we're doing. And we should be doing pretty well here in a little while. Once the other train gets going, we'll get some more steel on the go. Because the main thing is machine parts. A lot of our cities want machine parts. We're already getting some over here. 11 out of 30, which is not bad. But hopefully with another train, we can get some there. We want some machine parts here. Machine parts here. So tools and bricks. We are bringing bricks up here. This wants fuel and goods. Yeah, machine parts here. They're already getting bread. Machine parts here. Machine parts are the thing, it seems to be, on this map. But what we're going to be really starting off with today, other than getting another train going on there and bringing in some money. Let me put this back at high speed, so that way the money keeps rolling on in. Yes, this fuel going on here. We want to get the fuel up and going, so we can bring some fuel over to Metham and Ealing. So we're going to have 2 separate trains here. So what we're going to do, of course, we're going to have tankers getting the crude oil, coming over here to make oil. Then the train's going to come back here and make oil into fuel. And then it's going to bring the fuel back to here. This is where the trains are going to meet. Then we're going to have a separate train on a different route, grabbing the fuel from here and bringing it on over to these 2 cities there. That is the plan. Another thing that we can do, because we already got some train tracks going on, we're already making some boards down here by Southam. If we bring boards down here, we can get tools. Now, tools want to go over to Northfleet, so machine parts and tools there. And also we want tools up in Leston. So, but the problem is, I think the tools are going to have to go into a separate cart on the train, right? I would assume so. Where is my train depot? Just so I can have a look-see. If I go cargo there. Yeah, tools and machines go in there. So, I mean, the ones we're rocking right now are, we're rocking these type of carts, and also the gondola is what we're rocking as well. Pretty soon, tank cars. So, yeah, we'll have to figure that out there in a little bit while. Let's get the fuel up and going. While we're doing that, I should also mention, I did ask in last episode, should we fast forward to, what year should we fast forward to? Or are we ready to fast forward to? And one person chimed in saying 1925. Not sure what 1925 was special about that year. Maybe bigger buses or better buses, better cargoes, better trains, but who knows? That is what they were suggesting. All right, so I'm just looking at where to go here. So I'm thinking, let me put a platform in here first, because this is where the trains are going to meet. And also, If I can get the train to go across, shorter way across the river, the better. I think we looked at this last episode. It was only going to be like $500,000 to run across there. But let's go ahead and do tracks. No, buildings, sorry. Cargo, yes. 2 tracks, 2 40s. And if I were to, you want to snap in there. How about if I just rotated you. Oh, wait, you're going to need to rotate this way, aren't you? Rotate you like this. And that way I can kind of get the train. You know what? Let's go ahead and delete the road first. Yeah, that's fine. And then 2 tracks, 2 40s. Yeah, go that way. I want you to kind of... Hopefully right... all right, let's rotate that a little bit more. Well, you may regret that because that might be a little bit too far out. The question is it? So we'll put you in like so. And then we'll do like a curvy curve. I've got a funny feeling that's a little bit too far out. And it is. Of course it is. Well, luckily the money's coming in fast. And, you know what? Let's not do that yet. Let's delete this road here. And then we'll just bring it on down like... nope, not with a curvy curve. Going to do a straight road now. Too bad we don't have like a move button. Is there a move button that I just don't know about it? Rename? No. So you just gotta go ahead and do that. I don't know if I got money back for that, but whatever. Oh, you didn't put the road in there, sir. I thought I did. Well, how about if you do that? All right, now let's see. Now, before I put this in, is that close enough? Oh, it is if I do it there, but not there. All right, we're going to go up just a little bit further just to be sure. All right, snapped in. Lovely. Is that going to any town? No, it's just going to a food processing plant down there. So we're going to get rid of that. I don't think it really even needs a road connected to it. Well, if we do, we're going to bring the road up. Actually, let's do it right now. We'll just bring a road up from this side. There we go. And then we're going to do a road here. And then choo-choo. In other words, train. Going to put you in there. So it's going to be a little bit of a curve to get down there. But the train's not going to have enough time to get enough speed up anyways, I don't think. So we're just going to grab that and just kind of come out of here. Like at 120, that is good. And then as the crow flies... So it has to slow down a little bit before it goes on in, but that's okay, I suppose. All right, we're making progress. Now, yes, right here. So this road I have to keep in. We are bringing bricks on down to Southam. Yeah, we're bringing bricks on down there. So let's just go ahead and get a road coming along this side here, and we can put the train tracks somewhere like right over here. Let's grab this. I'm using country roads. Some of you will be happy with that. Is that going to connect there? It will. All right, and then buildings. Nope. Train, buildings, cargo, 2 240s. Snap that in there. Go to tracks. And this should be pretty... I'm just going to go right across here and see what happens. I am not going to worry about boats or anything like that going on through. I don't think we're going to be using boats anywhere down here. I mean, maybe if I wanted to go to Southam with it, but I don't think so. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and snap that in. What are my choices here? I'm running pretty... Okay, I got that choice there. Okay, we will keep that then. I don't have any mods running, but we'll snap that in. And then, yep, we'll just bring you right across like so. Why is that construction not possible? Oh, because you're on... Somehow you clicked on the same side of the track. That would be why. All right, snap that in. So, yeah, this is where the train is going to... Yes, these are where the train's going to meet. So we're going to need a little crisscross pattern here. Hopefully it's not going to be a problem because of the bridge. Are you going to be a problem? I think you are. How about if I started it on the bridge? Would that work if I started it on the bridge? All right. How about if we... how far back is this going to delete here? All right, not too far. Hopefully I can raise... No, okay, probably not going to work there. Hopefully I can not have the bridge here. And that will allow me to put the crisscross in. There, I think that will be suffice. Too much curvature. All right, how about if I come in from the other side? Sometimes coming in from the opposite side will work. How is that too much curvature? All right, we'll get rid of that. All right, let me try this side first. I'm going to extend it out a little further. And, okay, that wants to work. All right, and then signals, depending on where they're going to be. You may have to wait, and you may have to wait coming in there. If there's a train here, we want you to wait. And then going on out. And then that is not going to matter there. Okay. Next thing we need to come all the way over to Methlem. And I think we will put the train out here. Keep it away from the city as much as we can. Because of the emissions, of course. So click on that. And then we're going to want to go through this valley here. So I think we're just going to go ahead and... Is there a road sneaking through there? Is that... Boy, it looks like there was a road going through there at one point through that forest. So we're going to go ahead and just put the train in like... Probably should see... Yeah, that'd be good. Angle it that way would be fine. So let's go ahead and angle it like so. All right, now we're going to go to roads here, streets. And yeah, we're going to try not to zoom in too much there. That'd be good. Just put you in like so. And of course, then we're going to need a depot through here. Let's do a little curvy car. I'm going to try to go through these trees, actually. You may lose a couple of trees here and there, but it's almost like the game's trying to tell me something. Alright, and then buildings, cargo. And then if we just snap you, put it down a little bit further like that. Give me room for some buildings. Click on that. Configure. Cargo. And we'll just snap one there and there as well. And then, I got to go here. And then, where is all the fuel going to go? Well, I mean, just put it as close as I can with covering the most area. I'm looking at this last building here, which we're not reaching for some reason. If I put it there, it will. Well, one house is not going to matter much. We're going to put that in there. All right, let's go ahead and run back the train. Make sure I know where the heck I'm going. All right. I think I got it. All right, choo-choo. This is going to be a little bit of a set of tracks here. Oops, I'm still in configure there. Let's get out of that. All right, yep, that's a good start, I would say. As the crow flies. Not even 100,000 for putting those tracks in, so nice and smooth. I think I'm going to go on the left-hand side of that logging area. Don't hear no bridges or anything being constructed while doing that. If I just do this as we say, as the crow flies, am I on the right side? Looks good to me. How are we doing on the money? Money is looking good. I don't want to have to take out another loan and think about it. So hopefully by running at 3 times the speed here, we're going to do just fine with the money with the other trains running. It's all looking good far as I can see. I'm not checking the railroad crossings over the roads. My only concern is I'm not paying attention to the factories coming and going. So I hope that none of the factories that we want to use will come and go in the meantime. Yeah, so now down here, this is going to be a little bit more tricky. Maybe put the train in right here. So if I go buildings, cargo, it's already on here. So if we just snap that in like right there. If we go to here and here. That will cover the bread. Oh, wait, no, I already got a truck stop there. What am I doing? Because trucks are already coming and delivering there. I don't need that. We are fine. So now I just need one of these. And then make sure we put in some storage there. I mean, those should be connected, right? Of course, I mean, yeah, of course they are. And just probably need a couple of trucks going there. All right, so now I need to get out to over here. Ooh, a little bit of a tunnel there. Not if I backed it up a little bit, we're good. But now we got a little bit of a bridge going on. Well, it's not too expensive. All right, run it back the other way. You gotta have bridges every once in a while. All right, snap you into there. And hopefully we don't run into any issues doing a crossover here. All right. Should have done the other side first, I guess. Whoop. There we go. And signals in there. Don't think it's going to matter too much, but we'll put some signals here. Because there's only going to be one train, far as I can see. Shouldn't need a crossover here. We'll put some signals out here. Also some signals out here. I don't need a crossover here anywhere. Because that train's got to come back here to get the fuel. I could have... Yeah, so what I was doing on the other map a little bit was I was putting a third train track in the middle. So when trains are going through, they can just skip right on through. Alright. Maybe I should just get this up and going before these three buildings somehow disappear, but there's no telltale sign that they're going to. Alright, so what city is this these in here? This is called Southam. Southam, so yes, this is going to be called Southam Fuel. So let's go ahead and grab this new line. Southam Fuel Train. Alright, so basically we want you just to go from here to here to here, and then you just go right on back around and start making the fuel. Yes, that's a good way to start. Where am I going to put the train depot? It doesn't really matter. We'll figure it out. Alright, so this is going to be... Should I just call this the... Well, I already named that Southam Fuel Train. Southam Fuel Delivery? I don't know. But that's what we're going to name it. So you're actually going to go from here, which I have not put down. Oh, I won't have to because everything's going via train. So you're going to go from there, and then you're going to go to Metham. And then you're going to go back to... Then you go to Ealing, and you're just going to go back. Because currently you're not going to be able to bring nothing back. It's all going to be for liquids. Alright, so we got that all set up. Yeah, this should be all set to go. Then that train comes over to here. We got the stop. We got the in-town drop-off. And then you come to here. You got the depot with the drop-off there. I just got to make routes from the town to the stops to get the fuel delivered. All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and put in... Am I going to need... I was thinking about just putting the depot like right here and connect it on up. I think we can just go ahead and slap it actually right in here. Buildings here. We will... Yeah, I'll just snap that in there. I was trying to make it go both ways, but the chance of a train wanting to go that way... Probably first thing the train will do is, I want to turn that way and can't find route. So you're just going to come out and you're going to snap in there. So when you come on in, and then you're going to snap in to there. Signal in case a train wants to go one way. As if you're going that way. And I shouldn't have to have a train stop going on in. That should be fine. All right, so what do we got? I got $9 million in the bank account. Let's go ahead and buy ourselves a train. Oh, not diesel. We're not there yet. Steam. I think we're going to go with this big boy right here with the most kilowatts, 1,000 kilowatts. That's almost 4 million, so that's half of our budget. And then, yes, we want cargo. Scroll on down. And then, oh, these are 3 mil a piece. Oh, wait, I clicked on... All right, I already bought the trains. That was stupid. I wanted to hit add. All right, let me go ahead. So I bought the 2 locomotives. I needed 2 locomotives anyways. Yeah, that's what you get for not really thinking what you're doing. Edit selected vehicles. Let's try this again. Add. These are 420,000 apiece. That's for $1 million. All right, we'll just take one off. Oh, money went down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think 6 would be... That might be a little bit too much. Come on, bring in the money so we can modify this. Why is it when you're always waiting for the money, it's you're almost like, oh, we're almost there. That's when everything, all the payments come in, and you got to go ahead and pay everything here. Just got to wait for a couple trains to make some deliveries. There we go. Modify that train. All right, let's get you going. You need to go on the Southam fuel train. All right, there you go. Look at that. We got the crude oil already sitting ready to go. Lovely. So all the money I had, well, we're at negative 1.3 million, but that's fine. And we're making like almost 2 million a year currently. About to make a little bit more. So we're going to let that train run just for a second here. Probably should get the other train kind of set up. Edit selected vehicles. And yeah, I want to add 4 of them for 1.7. So I'll have to sit here for just a moment until that money comes in, and then we'll get that train going, and then we'll get the truck routes going for each individual town. So, ooh, we're almost there. Oh, look at that. That didn't take too long. Lovely. I thought I was going to have to take a jump cut, but we don't. Southam fuel delivery. That is where you're going. All right, now let's skip on down to here. All right, so now we need to make up a new line. And you're just going from here to here. And I did not name it, but this is the Meltham local train goods. All right, got that going. I do not have a truck depot nearby. Actually, we got one over here. By the time the fuel gets there, that'll be fine. So, yes, cargo. Well, we're pretty much down to these right here. Can I get a little bit of money coming on in here? Do you need 4 of them? Well, we got 4 now. All right, so that's going to go on the Meltham local train goods run. And now it should start to see that, yes, this area would like some fuel. So, yep, we already got crude oil ready to go. Now the crude oil just needs to be brought up to here. This train's going to make us a good amount of money once that gets going. I'm probably going to just need more carts on this train here to deliver the fuel. Yes, come over to here, and this is going to be... I think I already got a Eelham. Is it called Eelham? No, that's the food delivery, so I didn't call it Eelham. But this is going to be the Eelham... Or Ealing... Everything else is ham, but this is Ealing local train goods. There we go. And... Where is my... I got a truck depot over here. Oh, let's click on some stations. That'd be good. You just want to go from here to there. And wait, where's my... Oh, right here. Buy, cargo. And again, I'm waiting for some money. We'll just get 3 of them for now. And Ealing local goods. There you go. All right, so that didn't take me too long to get that up and going. I think everything's all set there. Yeah, I think everything's all set there, so we should be doing pretty good there. And, yep, it's got fuel waiting. And again, that fuel is going to come back to here. Yes, and now we got fuel waiting on there, and that is going... Oh, I don't have... Ooh, hang on a second. We can fix this. You did not do cargo buildings here. 60, 80, 30... Oh, you collide with that? That's unfortunate. Well, I guess I'll put them... well, once I have the money, I'll put them here. Oh, I did not check to see what lines those trains are on, though. I don't think I'm going to have... We don't really have anything else up here for industry stuff. So I can't really see me running more trains up here. So I'm going to just pop those down. Oh, that's right. You can't do one to the other. So let's go ahead and do configuration. That should be fine for now. And then definitely want to make sure we got some here. Actually, I can put those... like that. That would do good. How is this train doing? 1.3 mil. That is good. And how much fuel do we got waiting here? 24. And how many... There's that train. Where's my other train right now? Look at that. We already got fuel out here. Lovely. That can only hold 2736. Yeah, we're going to want to edit that vehicle. And we're going to want to add that many more cars to it. That would do 81 fuel. That would do 81 fuel. All right. So this town should start looking a little bit better on the side of things. Emissions are already at -20. Me and emissions, yeah, we're gonna get along great. So meanwhile, how's everything else going? Well, the food production and both food productions I got going are kind of on the slow side because I'm doing everything via truck. And this is kind of going a little bit long distance here. I got a lot of trucks already on this route trying to get things going. How are we doing on getting food? Oh, you don't want food anymore at Howden. Howden, you doing? Well, they don't want food anymore. They are getting a good amount of food down here. Emissions at -40. I don't think... Because it is going in a town. What if we were to put in... Of course, the second I want to put it in a street, what does the game do? The game says, payments are due. We're going to put you back into the negative. But if we just wait a second. Okay, I just went from -6 to -1.3 mil. Need that fuel train the money train to kick in. Any moment now. And yeah. Just want to borrow a little bit of money just to get on with the day. Let's just borrow up to 5 mil because I'll be able to pay that back pretty darn quick. And I think I've done most of the spending for now. Yeah, we'll put this road in here and just kind of... Will you start taking that road into town? You will. If we look at emissions layer, because it could be for noise. Yeah, so it's all pretty heavy down here. So now we're going to move it on over. But you can see the emissions starting to come this way. And hopefully they'll start going down here. Okay, you come in this way, but you're going out that way. But at least they're not coming in and going out that way. So maybe that will lessen and it'll be better. I don't know. I don't know how that will do it. Okay, so we're going to let the fuel continue doing what it's doing. Oh, yeah, I was going to check on... Hang on a second. Let me see how you're doing here. Oh, yeah, I don't like the... Yes, that's a little bit of a problem. So I do need to put a crossover here. See what that does. See if that will get us to where the train... I like my trains always driving on the right. Oh, don't tell me... Okay, looks like I can put that in just barely. Good. Good. Now it's on the correct side. But then you're coming back over to this side. And I don't have... Okay, so maybe I do need to put a crossover in here. If I put a signal in there, and then put a signal... I was trying to make it show it's one way so the train would go over, but... Oh, you know why? Because I probably... There's a way to do this, and I kind of forgot. Right, I don't need that many signals there. Let's get rid of that signal there. It's coming in there, and then I want you to go... Yeah, so you are coming in there, so why are you being a jerk about it and wanting to come in through... Oh, you know why? Wait a minute, if I click on this... Oh, let's get rid of the bulldozer. Terminals. When you come back in... to drop off the fuel, sir... Yeah, it's always going to be on that side, because that's the way... Oh, yes, wait, I'm overthinking this way too much. Because it's not stopping back here on the way through. So that here, terminals... this needs to be on Terminal 2. There we go. And I'm out of space. Ooh, so I may not be dropping off the fuel. How much space do we need here, man? 80. Oh, put that down there. Can I put that down? No, that's in the way. I can get rid of a little bit of this road, right? You're going to delete it all? Right, we can get rid of that. That should be fine. And then we will put that in. No, you don't want to snap in there. There we go. Are we fine now on stuff? It's got a lot of crude oil. How we doing here? Alright, just needs to deliver said fuel. I don't want to be making more fuel than what our train can haul. Right now that's 24, and I think the train... Oh, there's already 27 here as well. Alright, well, we'll let that continue, see how it goes. Where is that train? I gotta make sure that's how that's looking. If I just click on that line here. Yeah, that's all on the correct side. Yes, that's all looking good. So when it comes in here, it's going over here, which is fine. So I do need to put in, because I could have that train coming in that could be parked here. So I'm going to need to put in that right there for it to wait. Okay, I think I got it. I think he's got it. Oh, by the way, we're back up to 14 mil, so let's go ahead and get rid of that loan. There we go. All right. 53 fuel. What is it? Is this the... No, that's the one doing the oil. Is the crude oil 2 for 1? Yeah, it's 2 for 1. So let's go ahead and grab this train here. Manage vehicle. Edit. And what we got in there? 6? Now there's 10 on there. Load up with a lot more there, sir. Alright, so that should be looking good. Methylene, 31 out of 42 fuel. That is looking good. And Ealing, 18 out of 52. We're moving the fuel. We are moving the fuel, so this city should be starting to grow up here in a little while. Let's go back to our steel trains, because remember we added a second train on there. How are we doing now on making the machine parts? Alright, so it looks like we're doing better. And that's loading with brick and going back. We should also be moving a lot more brick up to Leston. Alright, so maybe we need to move a little bit more. And the passenger train, we got 2 people waiting. Where is the passenger train? I lost my passenger train. That's a steel train. Oh, here's a passenger train. I'm almost thinking about just getting rid of that train for now. Until... because one, it is being slowed up. So if I wanted to... So this is the passenger line here. I could disconnect it off those lines and just make a separate passenger line going to there. You know what? We got $11 million. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do that. So let me just actually pause it. All right, we're going to go ahead and eliminate that, that. We'll leave that signal there. Go to train tracks. Now what I want to do is go to platform, configure tracks. Alrighty. I think the train will slow down going through there, if I'm not mistaken. So this is kind of part that's going to suck because I got to go through the tunnel. I didn't screw up the tunnel, did it? Tunnel looks okay-ish. Wait, what? Must be I let go of the mouse button. So I don't need to make another track for the passenger train because it's only one train for now. So I'm not too concerned about this train running into itself. Doesn't go that fast. But if the train wants to go in for service, I'm going to need to connect it up to there, I guess. But I don't really service my trains, right? Do we ever? Of course not. Now, the only problem is my passengers are on this side. So if I were to get rid of that. So that track comes to here. So now I just need to go from here to there. Put a signal on when going that way. You better wait. And then if you're coming out, we'll make you wait as well. And then I'm going to put 2 more signals. For there. If I unpause it, that should get rid of that. Oh, you know why? Because the train... Oh, wait a minute. Because the train is not on that track yet. That is going to be a thing. Where are you? All right, you're coming up here, and I eliminated that. So for now, I just need to, for the time being... Nope. We just need to do that. And once that train gets on that track, I'll eliminate this. Okay, we get rid of that. All right, we'll see if people will start taking the train a little bit more. I just need to come on down here to... In case I want to put another train on here, we just got to go ahead and do this. Yeah, that's fine. Do I want to put... I think I want to put another steel train on here because we are getting the boards. Although I think we're gaining on the boards a little bit. But we need to boost this up anyways, right? Because we need to make a lot of machine parts. So let's go ahead and clone this vehicle again. Manage vehicle. And clone it. I was going to do it twice, but didn't have the money for it. All right, but a third one should be good. One would think. How is this mill doing here? Yeah, because even this mill here is not really pushing out the metal too much. And the train should be loading up 50-50 on the ore. We should have plenty of ore, right? Ooh, that could be a problem. Maybe that's what's slowing us down is we're not getting... Because now we got a lot of trains, but not a lot of trucks. Let me find... manage vehicle. Let's go ahead and... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That gives me 10 vehicles on that route. And then also... Alright, yeah, I kind of forgot about the supply, because at one point, we had so many stones and rocks here, it was ridiculous, so... Yeah, I think they're coming back not full. Yeah, we got a little bit of extra space on the train, so... Hopefully, by getting those up and going, that is what we're going to need here. Yeah, so I said, someone did mention about getting to the year 1925. I don't know what that's going to do for trains and vehicles, but I definitely want to get some more or better vehicles that carry more than 5, which I'm sure they will. So bricks. I definitely want to get the bricks up and going here a little bit more. Wait, how are we doing on the bricks in Leston? Yeah, we're not really getting enough bricks up there. Where is this train here? Which one are you? Managed vehicle. Edit. It's got good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's just picking up regular stone. So if I add... Oh, that brought it to mediocre, but I'm going to add 2 more to it. And yes, I want to put these down here. I can't help myself. I need my carts to be in order. Alright, pick up more stone. That way we can make a little bit more bricks. Because we also are bringing bricks down to here. Or at least we're trying to. Yeah, they got a few bricks here. So I think the next thing I'll have to get to, and I didn't know if I was going to get today or not, but looks like we're not going to have a time to, really, is get some of the wood that's here and probably just connect this track up here, just run it off here and connect to this one. And then run it through this platform-ish, or run it around it, or... You know, if I'm going to run a train down there, I could get rid of the cars. The truck's bringing the bricks down here. I could have a train come through with that stuff and bring the bricks down to Southam. And then pick up the logs. Because the logs, or planks and bricks, that is on the same... That's on the same cart, if I'm not mistaken. Train depot, just to confirm that. Yes, logs and bricks go on the same one. So we'll probably end up doing that next episode. Getting a train set up here, bringing... Because we do have a good amount of... And actually, I've probably got an abundant of them out here. I don't. But I should add on here, because I haven't yet, cargo buildings 80. We'll just put that there. And can we put one there? Yes, we can. Should I upgrade... Not upgrade, but add to our logging train. Yes, manage vehicle. Edit. And right now it's on good. We'll go to mediocre. Start carrying some more logs and making us more cash is what we're going to do. But as we wrap this up, let's go check on our fuel and what we're doing here. Right now, 4, so it must be just took off. Yes, there it is. How much fuel you got on board? You are full, sir. You are full at 81 fuel. That is good. We do have a little bit of a problem of having too much crude oil here. I thought these would only make... That's making 400. So if that's making 400, am I just not moving out fast enough? I think we'll have to find out how to get rid of more fuel or make more fuel so it doesn't pile up as much. Well, we do got Didcot down here that wants fuel. Howden does not. I'm trying to think how I would get the train over there. So it'd have to come here, drop off, then maybe come up here and loop around this to go to this valley. Or, poo means poo, because I'm not really sure how I know I want to do that. I think we'll just let that train go for a bit, and hopefully everything will be fine. And I'm not losing... I'd rather lose the crude oil than have it lose by dropping off the fuel. That could be, like I said, a problem. There's only so much storage things I can put out here. That is hauling 90 crude oil. Add a few more carts on there to try to get rid of the crude oil faster. It does make it a mediocre train now, but... And I don't really have any more... I think I might be able to put some 80... That holds 60. Can I sneak you in there? No, you collide with the road. You collide with the road. 80. Can you fit one? Okay, fit another one there. It doesn't like it there. 60. 30. This is a 40. Now that collides. Of course it does. And that collides. Can I get that to go there? I don't know how much space we got now. That's like 800, 900. But if I put the fuel... Wait, are they using the same... Wait, which one are you now? You're carrying the fuel. You're coming in here. If I were to put you... Because you're going through there. If I put you on the other terminal... well, yeah, if I start messing around with that right now, it could... now Howden wants machinery parts. Alright, I want to drag... I'm just going to keep on going. And now they also want food as well. Which means that town is growing, which is great. And so is my bank account. Just make sure... Yes, our loan's gone. Almost up to 20 mil. So, yeah, we're going to be doing just fine financially moving here out forward. So, let me know what you think about moving to the year 1925/1930. I'll wait for the episode to go live on Friday and wait a couple days and see what you guys think before maybe I record the next episode. But anywho, let's wait. Where's this? There's this train. There's that train. Let me slow it down to real-time speed so we can enjoy the view. So the fuel train up and running. Yes, it's going to make a lot of money. I think someone did say, though, I think they got confused. Or maybe I misread the comment when they said, yes, don't worry about the fuel train. It's going to make a lot of money. I think the comment that I was making at the time of the last episode was I didn't have the money to put it in. Financially, I wasn't quite set to spend that much money. But, yeah, now we're good to go. But anyways, let me know what you think about the fuel run. and how we're doing here and about going to the year 1925/1930. But yeah, that's going to wrap up for today. If you haven't done so yet, you're still here, thumbs up button, thumbs down button, subscribe, notification bell, all that jazz. But that is going to wrap it up for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. I do appreciate watching as always. I'll catch you again right here on Transport Fever 2. But until then, have a good one.